As the night quietly falls over this small town and the moonlight illuminates the cobblestones, a cat sits quietly on an old roof, casting its slender shadow. His name is Leo, the philosopher cat, rumored to be the smartest cat in town. Leo prefers this time of day, when the sun is setting and the world is silent. This is the only time of day when he can truly contemplate and observe. On this night, too, Leo was watching the lives of human beings against the starry sky. As he watched the lights in the windows go out one by one, he wondered what it was that humans were pursuing each day and if it was connected to true happiness. Why are they so busy? What do they live for and what do they want? To Leo, these were just observations. But in his mind, these questions developed into deep contemplations. Leo also compared himself to other creatures living in nature and observed how they lived in harmony with this world. For him, nature was the best teacher, and he felt that the truth of living was hidden in it. On moonlit nights, he would often go for walks in the woods to quietly explore its secrets. The quiet evenings spent in this way were a journey of reflection and self-discovery for Leo. He was trying to find his place in this world, and he knew he was not alone on this journey. There are others like him, who quietly observe the world and think deeply about it. Leo wanted to share his contemplation with others, to search for the meaning of life with them. As the night breeze blew, Leo looked up at the starry sky and sighed quietly. In this infinite universe, he was so small. But he knew, even a small being has the power to think and feel deeply. And that is precisely why it is worth starting this journey with the beginning of his quiet observation. Leo's philosophical journey had already begun. When morning came, Leo's mind turned from the quiet observation of the previous night and was filled with active exploration. He was eager to delve into the philosophical questions that are often overlooked in the daily grind. On this day, with the hustle and bustle of the city behind him, Leo began his journey to unravel these questions one by one. The first question was, what is happiness? The first question was, what is happiness? Leo wanted to know what the essence of happiness was that people pursue every day. He thought that happiness might not be related to material wealth or status, but more to an inner sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. In the course of this quest, Leo interacted with many people and listened to their ideas and understandings of happiness. In doing so, he learned that happiness varies greatly from individual to individual, and that each finds happiness from different things. The next question Leo considered was, what is freedom? Was the question. He sought to understand that freedom is not only freedom from constraints, but also an opportunity for self-realization. Leo loved his freedom as a cat, and found great value in being able to control his own time. However, in observing human society, he also understood that freedom is closely tied to responsibility. He gained the profound insight that in order to enjoy true freedom, it is important to know how to use that freedom. The question, what is knowledge? The question, what is knowledge? Also captured Leo's attention. He explored how knowledge is not merely the accumulation of information, but relates to the ability to understand, apply, and even generate questions about that information. Leo believed that knowledge is power in the truest sense, the key to understanding the world and making better choices. He found joy in discovering new knowledge in nature and in human society, knowing that it would lead to personal growth. These philosophical questions enriched Leo's mind and added depth to his daily observations and speculations. He understood that these questions were not just a search for answers, but a journey into the truth of living. And he accepted that the journey was never-ending, and that every answer would generate more questions. Leo's philosophical questions were the lights that kept him going, and led him to new discoveries. As Leo deepened his philosophical inquiry, he gradually realized that there were profound lessons hidden in nature. One day, as he always did, he left the hustle and bustle of the town and went to a quiet place surrounded by nature. He walked across the meadow and deep into the forest, where he felt at one with nature and decided to learn its lessons. The first lesson was harmony. Leo observed how the various creatures in the forest depended on each other to survive. The strong and the weak, the large and the small creatures coexist and support each other's survival. From this balance of interdependence, Leo learned the importance of supporting each other and maintaining harmony in human society. Next, Leo found a lesson about change. From the constant changes in nature through the changing seasons, Leo learned the importance of embracing change without fear and using it as an opportunity for growth. With the arrival of spring, flowers bloom in profusion in summer. Greenery deepens in fall, autumn leaves color the mountains, and in winter, snow covers everything. This cycle of nature taught me the importance of not fearing change and enjoying each season to the fullest. Nature also taught me the lessons of perseverance and persistence. From the way flowers and grasses wait for the next rain, even in arid lands, and from the survival strategies of animals that endure harsh winters. Leo saw the power of perseverance and the importance of persistence toward one's goals. These lessons showed him that sometimes waiting meant, for him, greater achievement in the end. Time spent in nature was a source of deep insight and discovery for Leo. Through the lessons nature taught him, he deepened his understanding as a human being and as a philosopher cat. Nature's lessons of harmony, change, patience, and persistence were deeply embedded in Leo's mind and became an important part of his philosophical journey. These lessons learned in nature would become invaluable guidelines for facing the challenges he would face in the years to come. After learning the lessons of nature, Leo's journey took on a new dimension. With the wisdom of the natural world in his mind, he decided to turn his attention once again to the human world. In his quest for knowledge and truth in the depths of the human world, Leo positioned himself as an observer of human society, determined to understand its complexity and beauty. His first focus was on the power of human creativity and art. Watching painters paint their canvases and musicians play their instruments in the town's central square, Leo was impressed by the creative genius of human beings. The power of passion, love, sorrow, and hope that humans express through art was a new discovery for Leo. From these expressions, he learned the complexity of the human interior and the importance of the ability to communicate it outwardly. Next, Leo focused on the importance of human community and its bonds. Through the interactions of mutual support and affection found among family, friends, and even strangers, Leo understood how important social connections are in human life. In particular, he found in the spirit of mutual help among people during difficult times that the lessons of harmony that he himself had learned in the natural world were applicable to human society. Leo also turned his attention to human technology and progress. Seeing how science and technology were changing human life and opening up new possibilities, Leo reaffirmed the value of embracing change without fear. At the same time, however, it also made him think deeply about the impact of technological progress on the natural environment and the human mind. Leo felt that the great challenge for humanity is how to maintain a balance between progress and harmony. Through this exploration of the human world, Leo gained a new understanding of the relationship between humans and nature, and cats and humans. He rediscovered the beauty of different beings, learning from each other and coexisting with each other, and the profound meaning it holds. He discovered that in the complexity of the human world, there are universal truths, just as in the natural world, which stimulated new philosophical questions and explorations in Leo's mind. The exploration of the human world further enriched Leo's own journey and took his philosophical speculations to new heights. Through his exploration of the human world, Leo gradually began to turn his attention inward. With the lessons and knowledge he had gained from the outside world, he entered a period of deep introspection. In this process, Leo sought a deeper understanding of his own existence and of the world in which he lived. The first question he faced was that of his identity. Leo wondered how to strike a balance between himself as a member of the natural world, as a cat loved by humans, and as a thinking being pursuing philosophy. In this quest, he embraced the many facets of self and learned that each aspect formed his own unique identity. Next, Leo turned to the question of what happiness is and how it should be pursued. Drawing on lessons learned from the human and natural worlds, he developed an understanding that happiness does not depend on external circumstances or material things, but comes from inner peace and harmony. He felt that true happiness could be found by focusing on the present moment and appreciating the small things. During the process of introspection, Leo also reflected on his own limitations and possibilities. He recognized the importance of facing his own fears and insecurities and having the courage to overcome them. He was also enlightened that he could achieve personal growth by believing in his unlimited potential and constantly challenging himself to try new things. Through this period of reflection and enlightenment, Leo took an important step in his journey of self-realization. Through his dialogue with himself, he gained insight into how to live a more fulfilling life and reaffirmed the value of listening to his inner wisdom. The process of reflection and enlightenment was an essential journey for Leo to gain a deeper understanding of self and the world and to find meaning in life. Through this journey, Leo's mind began to transform into something richer and more peaceful than ever before. After experiencing introspection and enlightenment, Leo began to see the importance of sharing the wisdom and insights he gained with others. Convinced that the lessons learned on his own journey could be of value to other cats and humans, he decided to take steps toward sharing his wisdom. Leo's first step was to have a gathering with his fellow cats. He began to talk about what he himself had learned from his journey, in a starlit courtyard under a quiet night sky. Leo's stories of natural harmony, adaptation to change, and inner happiness made a deep impression on the cats who listened. They found in Leo's stories inspiration to overcome the challenges they face in their daily lives and the courage to face their inner selves. Leo then attempted to spread his wisdom to the human world. He believed that through the deep bond in the human-cat relationship, he could pass on his teachings to humans as well. Leo's owner, James, noticed a change in Leo and was strongly attracted to the calmness and deep insight he exhibited. Through his daily interactions with Leo, James began to learn lessons from Leo and share them with friends and family. Leo's wisdom became a popular blog post and even a source of discussion at local community gatherings. In this way, Leo's wisdom spread not only through his direct communications, but also through conversations among people. His teachings became a catalyst for many to rethink their lives and make better choices. Leo realized that by sharing his wisdom, he could have a greater impact than he could have achieved on his own. For him, sharing wisdom meant more than simply passing on information. It had the power to deepen empathy and understanding and enrich the community as a whole. Leo's journey began with personal growth and eventually culminated in positive change in the world around him. Through the sharing of his wisdom, Leo helped transform the world in which he lived, albeit as a single cat, into a better place. And as his own experience showed, he proved that even a seemingly small entity has the power to create great change. Leo's journey, through introspection and sharing with others, ultimately led him to the discovery of the meaning of life. The lessons he explored and learned over time led to a deeper understanding of Leo's own life and the meaning of life for all the lives he touched. In the process of exploring the meaning of life, Leo reaffirmed the importance of the connection and interdependence of life. Through his relationships with natural creatures, humans, and other cats, he came to understand the diversity of existence and his role within it. This understanding was a great enlightenment for Leo, making him realize the value of himself and the impact of his actions on others. The meaning of life that Leo found was more than just survival. It was about facing one's inner self, striving for self-realization, and forging deep bonds with others and mutual growth through empathy and love. Leo came to a deep understanding that his existence was intimately intertwined with other lives, enriching each other. This discovery led Leo to find meaning and joy in life, even in the smallest moments of each day. Leo also rediscovered the value of sharing his experiences and learnings. Witnessing the impact his stories had on other cats and humans, and the positive changes they made in their own lives and ways of thinking, Leo felt that his actions were an important part of shaping the meaning of life. He believed that by sharing our wisdom and helping one another, we can build a better world. Leo's story was a journey of growth and discovery for himself, but also a journey of discovery for all the lives he touched. Leo understood that the journey in search of the meaning of life was never ending and that it was worthwhile to continue exploring his role as part of life. His journey shows that in his interactions with others, he always finds new opportunities for discovery and growth, deepening the meaning of life. Leo's story is a hopeful tale that shows us how the journey of a little cat can have a profound impact. One evening after Leo's story had reached its tentative conclusion, he once again sat quietly on the roof, meditating under the stars. Reflecting on all that he had experienced and learned on this journey, Leo quietly reflected on the grandeur of the universe and the meaning of his existence. Under the infinite sky of stars, Leo deeply sensed that he was part of this universe and that he played a unique role in its connection. His mind was filled with peace and contentment gained through reflection, enlightenment, and the sharing of wisdom. Leo's conviction that his small world could, in fact, have an important meaning and impact in the larger universe was renewed. By turning his attention to the beauty of the starry sky, he was reminded of the beauty and harmony shared by the natural world, the human world, and all life. On this quiet night, Leo took heart in the fact that not only he, but all those affected by him, were under the same starry sky in their own places. He felt that his story was connected to many other stories, each forming part of the larger story of the universe. He understood that Leo's experience was not just a personal journey, but one that took on greater meaning when shared and connected. Meditating under the stars also symbolized a new beginning for Leo. He knew that his journey of searching for the meaning of life would never end. But now he had the courage to continue that journey and the conviction that even the smallest of beings can have a profound impact on the world. Leo's story may have come to an end, but in every life he touched, a new story was beginning. In the stillness of the twinkling stars, Leo quietly closed his eyes with hope and gratitude for the future. His journey would touch many hearts and leave an everlasting impact. And Leo knows that somewhere in this universe, his story will be told to someone else, providing an opportunity for new discovery and growth.